What if I told you there's a railway that cuts through deserts, climbs mountains, and rewrote the destiny of an entire nation built not by colonizers but by the will of a people determined to control their future? Hidden beneath Iran's political headlines lies one of the most daring engineering feats in history, a railroad that defied the impossible. This is not just about trains. This is about power, resistance, survival, and the secrets buried deep in Iran's soil. Miss the first minute, and you'll miss the truth they never told you. The Trans-Iranian Railway is more than just a line connecting cities. It is a monumental achievement carved into the very geography of Iran, linking the Persian Gulf to the Caspian Sea through some of the most challenging terrains in the region. Stretching over 1,394 kilometers and completed in 1938, this railway was one of the greatest infrastructural projects of its time. Built not by colonial powers but by the Iranians themselves with international engineering assistance, the Trans-Iranian Railway became a symbol of national pride, technological advancement, and geopolitical strategy. Traversing arid deserts, steep mountains, fertile plains, and winding valleys, the railway showcases both Iran's diverse landscapes and the remarkable human effort that made the route possible. The idea of connecting Iran's interior with its northern and southern coasts was more than just a logistical need. It was a vision to unify a vast country that had long depended on camel caravans and dirt roads. Reza Shah Pahlavi, determined to modernize Iran and free it from dependence on foreign-controlled trade routes, saw the railway as a tool of nation-building and economic independence. Its construction, launched in the 1920s, was no easy feat. Engineers faced formidable natural obstacles, including the towering Zagros and Alborz mountain ranges. The route demanded the excavation of 230 tunnels and the construction of over 3,000 bridges, many of which remain engineering marvels to this day. Building the railway meant laboring through intense heat, frigid winters, and unstable geological zones. Tens of thousands of workers toiled day and night, blasting through rock, laying steel tracks, and erecting bridges in regions previously untouched by industrialization. The labor was grueling, the conditions often dangerous, but the goal was clear: to stitch together the fragmented corners of the Iranian plateau into one connected entity. This massive undertaking attracted engineers from Germany, Sweden, Denmark, and Austria, working alongside Iranian laborers and technicians. Despite foreign involvement in its design, it was the Iranians who retained control, financing the project themselves by levying taxes on goods like tea and sugar. The railway starts in the port city of Bandar-e Imam Khomeini on the Persian Gulf, climbs through the arid Khuzestan province, cuts through the Zagros mountains, and passes through key cities such as Avaz, Arak, Tehran, and Sari before finally reaching the Caspian Sea at Bandar-e Turkmen. Each stretch of the railway tells a different story, not just of terrain and travel, but of culture, history, and transformation. In the south, travelers pass through ancient Elamite lands where remnants of civilizations thousands of years old lie buried in the desert. Further north, the train crosses rivers like the Karun and navigates the highland forests near the Caspian, offering passengers a moving panorama of Iran's stunning ecological diversity. What makes the Trans-Iranian Railway truly extraordinary is the way it reshaped the fabric of Iran's economy and society. Before the railway, transportation across the country was slow, difficult, and expensive. Goods took weeks or even months to move between regions. With the railway in place, agricultural products from the north could reach the south with ease and vice versa. It facilitated the movement of raw materials, boosted trade, and allowed the government to assert a greater presence in distant provinces. Towns sprang up along the line, commerce flourished, and Iran's internal markets became more integrated than ever before. The line also helped solidify Tehran's position as the capital and central hub of the country. During World War II, the Trans-Iranian Railway gained international importance when Allied forces used it to deliver supplies to the Soviet Union. Known as the Persian Corridor, this route became a lifeline for the Eastern Front. The British and Soviets temporarily occupied Iran to secure the railways, and American engineers helped improve and expand the line's capacity. For Iran, this moment marked both a high point in global relevance and a low point in sovereignty. Yet the railway continued to function as a vital artery through wartime disruption and post-war recovery, adapting to new political realities while continuing to serve the Iranian people. Today, traveling the Trans-Iranian Railway is more than a journey across a country, it's a journey through time. Passengers on the modern train can look out their windows and see deserts melt into green valleys, snow-capped peaks give way to rice paddies, and ancient villages dotting the hillsides. The train lines along cliff faces, crosses steel bridges suspended over canyons, and passes through long, echoing tunnels carved into the earth. These are not just engineering feats, they are passages through history. Each stop along the way, from the oil-rich city of Avaz to the gardens of Sari, offers a glimpse into the diverse cultures and peoples that make up Iran. Yet the railway also stands at a crossroads. While it remains a vital part of Iran's transportation network, it faces competition from highways, trucks, and airplanes. Modernization efforts are underway to electrify parts of the line, upgrade old locomotives, and build high-speed connections that complement the original track. International sanctions, economic fluctuations, and geopolitical tensions have complicated these efforts. Still, the railway endures both as a practical mode of travel and a powerful symbol of Iran's determination to shape its own destiny. UNESCO recognized the Trans-Iranian Railway as a World Heritage Site in 2021, acknowledging not only its technical and architectural significance, but also its broader cultural and historical impact. This recognition was a long overdue tribute to the thousands of unnamed workers, engineers, and visionaries who brought the railway to life. It also reflects the railway's continued relevance in connecting people across regions, faiths, languages, and landscapes. The line is a ribbon that ties together the many faces of Iran, Persian, Azeri, Kurdish, Arab, Turkmen into one shared space of motion and memory. Iran is a country of contradictions and complexities, and the Trans-Iranian Railway mirrors this perfectly. It is at once old and new, traditional and modern, national and global. It has carried soldiers and shepherds, students and traders, pilgrims and politicians. It has borne witness to revolutions, wars, and transformations, silently moving forward as the world changed around it. In every bolt and sleeper lies a chapter of Iran's 20th century story, a story of struggle, pride, ambition, and resilience. To travel the Trans-Iranian Railway is to understand Iran in motion. It is to watch landscapes shift and cultures intertwine. It is to feel the pulse of a nation that refuses to be defined by simplicity or cliché. This railway is not just a means of transportation, it is a living monument to a people who dared to dream, build, and connect. As the train pulls into its final station, one cannot help but feel the weight of history behind every sound of the wheels on the track and the promise of a future still to be written. The Trans-Iranian Railway is not just a line on the map, it is a line through the heart of Iran itself. As the final stretch of track disappears into the distance and the rhythmic hum of steel wheels fades, we're left not just with the image of a railway, but with the soul of a nation etched into every rail, tunnel, and bridge. The Trans-Iranian Railway is far more than a marvel of engineering. It is a living, breathing chronicle of Iran's strength, ambition, and uncheckable will. From the blistering heat of the southern plains to the snow-draped peaks of the north, this railway binds together not just provinces and cities, but generations of stories of triumph, toil, and transformation. It was born from a dream in a time of upheaval, a vision of unity and sovereignty, in defiance of foreign domination and internal division. It was not merely about transport, it was about independence, with no backing from colonial empires or international financiers. Iran built it alone, through the sweat of its people and the taxes of its citizens. It was an act of defiance, an act of nation building, and in doing so, the country not only moved goods and passengers but shifted the course of its own history. During World War II, it became a vital artery for the Allies, silently sustaining a global fight while bearing the weight of conflict conflict and occupation. In the post-war decades, it carried workers, scholars, nomads, and pilgrims linking bazaars to ports, mountains to coastlines, the past to the present. Towns flourished, trade exploded, and remote regions were thrust into the national spotlight. Stitched together by rails that carried more than freight, they carried hope. But its significance goes deeper still. The Trans-Iranian Railway is a mirror reflecting the perseverance of the people who have weathered revolutions, sanctions, isolation, and reinvention. Despite economic pressures, technological shifts, and political turbulence, the railway still runs. It may groan with age, its tracks may tremble under modern burdens, but its heart beats strong because it was built with purpose and with pride. Today, as new high-speed rail networks are proposed and modern transit systems emerge, the Trans-Iranian Railway stands firm not as a relic, but as a foundation. Its tunnels continue to echo with the laughter of children, the footsteps of travelers, and the distant memory of those who once laid its stones with their bare hands. It is a reminder that progress doesn't always start with speed, it starts with vision, with grit, with the courage to defy the impossible. So when you see that locomotive curve around a mountain ridge or pierce through a desert canyon, know that you are witnessing more than just machinery in motion. You are seeing the pulse of a nation that chose to carve its own path through stone, through history, and into the future. Because in the end, the Trans-Iranian Railway is not just about where it goes, it's about where it came from, and the incredible journey it took to get there.